Hello. Hey, Wagwan Ace. King Chase. Afternoon. Hi Ace. What's up? I want to be sure you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, just so you can hear me. Okay. How are we all doing today? I hope we can see my screen. Okay. If you are on the charts, please do make sure that you have your phone a bit outlined and not stressing. Yeah. It's on profit because I went into the trade a bit earlier. Okay, that's why it's on profit. I hope you people are not getting any lag on your own side. Okay, so I'm just going to right after the London kill zone. That was when I entered the trade. Okay. I entered the trade at this zone. So what we're going to be looking for is to go bullish on the trade. Okay. What is on portrait? Okay, you mean earlier on, yeah? So here we're looking for buys. Okay, why we're looking for buys is we are within this range here, within this supply here and this demand at this zone. So this is the in between, and now we've moved. It's lagging on your own side a bit. Okay, just chill. Let me see. Let me see if it's let me plug in my Ethernet cable. Okay, just chill. Let me plug in my Ethernet cable. Okay, I'm back. The network should be better. I've moved from Wi-Fi to Ethernet. So hopefully that should make it better. So let me just close any possible thing that I think might make you want to lag. Okay, so we're buying US30, and what we're going to be looking for is for the New York. Okay, we had the push of that level, and we had the break. So now what we're going to be looking to this zone, and then we want to make our entries from here. But when we scale to let's scale to a lower time frame and see. Can you guys still hear me? If you can still hear me, please say something in the comment section. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. If you're not following my YouTube, please do subscribe to the YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. So yeah, so this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for prices to come into back into this level. So we just don't want to jump into the market. So we want to get a little pullback first. This is going to be too risky. If we're entering the market here, would have a wider stop loss. You see, would have a wider stop loss, and I don't want that. That's about 100 points down. That is the overall target for this particular trade. No, we're looking to buy. We're not looking to sell. We're looking to buy. We're looking to buy. We also have so we've gotten that 15 minutes break. We've gotten that 15 minutes break here. Okay. Someone say I can't see the buy clearly. Okay, let me take a screenshot. Let me take a photo of it. Okay, I just dropped it so you can see it. Okay. I'm also looking at XAUUSD. Okay. I'm not looking to long XAUUSD really. I still believe that the shorts are still in place. Shorts are still in place. So I might be looking for shorts on XAUUSD to the downside, not to the upside. I see a lot of people trying to buy XAUUSD at this point. Identifying this level here as a good area to buy from, but I'm not so certain about it because we've had prices create two lows at this point trend and needs to be broken before prices gives us the signal that we sweep off the liquidity above this highs. We can't identify any sort of bullish trend for good on XAUUSD. So we are still stuck in the bear zone or structure here. This was the internal liquidity that was kept before prices shifted and came and swept it and kept this internal here and then broke structure here. And after the break of the structure, you can see like a similar thing happen here, but on a smaller scale, and then started to push to the upside. So we most likely might just get a open. So when we move to a smaller time frame, I'm just going to sweep this chart here. We'll move to a smaller time frame. So let's go. Here we had the sweep here of this level into this imbalance, but displacing the previous buy area, which was here. This was the last buy area on the minor time frame that swept all of this liquidity here, resting here into this imbalance. So we've displaced these buyers here, and then prices is doing what has is returning back into the area of this supply. So we're looking at this possible zone here. Someone said the stream is lagging. We can hear you. Bullish trend on GBP USD. Um, I think then short sell then buy long on XAU USD. Well, I don't think the buy for me on XAU USD is going to be so sharp. If I am lagging, I hope it's not my screen that's lagging. Probably my video. Okay, so I'm still looking for to see if this highs will be taken out fully. Okay, then this is going to be we have a sweep here. And then we see price coming into this area just right after the sweep of this liquidity here. So we might see sells from this point. So let's see how many more minutes do we have. We have about 18 more minutes. We have about 18 more minutes the to the open of New York. Okay. Someone saying something about GBP USD. I'm bullish trend on GBP USD. I think then short sell buy long and XAU USD. The truth about it is I'm a bit would I say worried or bothered. Again today China said they were not in talks with Trump. I feel like he's intentionally trying to bluff the strength of the dollar just for a bit because the dollar has been tanking and Powell hasn't done anything about it yet. So he's intentionally trying to give strength to the dollar, and that's all I can see. But nonetheless, the dollar is strong for the meantime. We might see a stronger dollar. All here for me doesn't seem so good as a buy. We've not been able to create any higher high. We are still stuck within this higher low. So I can't categorically tell you that this level again. Okay, if we can break 3290 again, if we can break 3290, then I would go in for the sales. If we can break 3290, I'll go in for the sales, and my stop is going to be just above this level here. Okay, so let's even use one of the few indicators that I like to use when it comes to day trading. So let's use we are just in this bloody range. So there's no clear momentum of any bullishness here, although price seems to be rejecting this point here. And like I said, we also have this area of supply here resting here, and this is the liquidity. So we might see prices either push into this supply here or sell off. So a break of, like I said, a break of 3290 means that we're going to break below here and most likely even close below the moving average here. And when we do close below the moving average, then I'll be going in for my sales. Yeah, that's exactly what Trump is doing at AceFX. He's just trying to keep strength on the dollar for a while because it would be against normal market conditions for the dollar to just keep tanking like that. Nothing just keeps going down. At some point, it has to come back afloat. Okay, US30 is just rushing upwards. But let's wait for that initial 230 reaction. If we get that initial 230 reaction, that's that drop during the 230 back into this area here, then we would take the buys, even if the buys doesn't present an opportunity before 230. So we're looking at this prices to come back into these areas here. Then we're in. If you have questions that you would like to ask me, just go ahead and drop it in the is my SL is about 3975. Okay, 3975 is my SL for US30. First TP for US30 is 4400. That's the first that's going to be the first attack on liquidity. The liquidity resting above 4400. So we're going to get that attack on 4400. Then we're also going to buy sides resting just directly above 40934. Now I'll show you guys something right now. So let's look at Nasdaq. You'd notice that Nasdaq has done the Lord's mission already when it comes to actually sweeping that liquidity. So let's look at Nasdaq on the 15 minutes time frame. You saw what I'm talking about. You see that Nasdaq has already swept its own liquidity here at 19234. This is this zone here on the Nasdaq has gone already on 19234. Then when you go back to US30, you see that US30 is kind of behind, and that's the main reason why you know, I'm chasing after it. You get. So I just need to get that pullback. Now I just need that initial pullback before 230, guys, and then we're going to go in on US30. So let's plot the moving average again. So this is my moving average of 21, and I use the exponential moving average of 50 as well. So I use double moving average confluence structure. We just need a return back to retest. So the retest zone, the most important retest zone we're looking for is where is this breaker here, this previous failed supplier here. Okay, we're looking for this breaker here and to take prices to the upside. So that's what we're looking for. I just want to get that pullback in, and then we're going. So for TP for US30, we're looking at the 4400 TP1. Our SL is just going to be 39,970. Okay, we most likely wouldn't get to that TP, hopefully, by the special grace of God. But most importantly is to know what exactly we are risking. Okay, if you're still on the call, and this is the first time you're coming on my YouTube, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you have a question relating to US30 gold fundamentals, please just leave in the chat section, ask a question in the chat section, and I would reply to the question. Yeah. So okay, someone said he's already on the buy on US30. Yeah, I was on the buy on US30. I just don't want to give the entry from this point because I don't know if it's going to pull back. Okay, but since we've gotten a break of this level here, we should see a pullback. Taking a buy at this zone puts us at a larger risk proportion, which is going to move us from about 14 pips SL, 114 points, 14 pips into about 243 points. Well, it all depends on your broker. If your broker has a calm leverage and the contract size is not so heavy, you can actually plot in the buys right now and still use the same stop loss. Okay, if you can stomach the risk, you can enter the buys now and use the same stop loss. But I would say let's wait for 2:30, which is in 10 minutes time, and in about 10 minutes time, would see what comes our way for it. Okay, I'm currently up. I'm currently up about 100 points from my own entry. I'm going to up about 100 points from my own entry because I took the entry from here. So if you calculate from 108 to 221, that's about 100 points. So for some brokers, that's about 10 pips. And depending on the lot sizing that you are using as well. Okay, someone's aligns with my risk management. Okay, can we share our chart with you, sir? I don't think you would be able to share your chart. I don't think you'd be able to share your chart here on YouTube. It's a bit different on YouTube than it is on other platforms like Zoom also. So, but you could just tell me what you want me to look at, and I would look at it for you. I think that's Ibrahim Olaiton. So just let me know what do you want me to look at for you. So I'm just getting feedback and reports from my. Have we? Has anyone taken the device? Did you take the device from here? That's adding an extra 10 pips to your buys isn't so favorable. So if you're taking the buys right now into the trade now, your SL should be at 40,061. That's a more conservative place to put your stop loss. That's 15 pips instead of the initial 30 pips or 27 pips. And then you target first TP at 4406. And then we go further to 4600. And then we keep flying like that. Okay. So I'm just getting reports from my social media guy, and he's telling me that the reason why the call might be lagging is because I'm using YouTube directly to stream, and I should use a different streaming platform to stream. So I would work on that so that the next time we're streaming, it wouldn't be giving us these issues with lagging and so forth. Um, I think I might have said this like 3 to 4 times now. Please, if you're on the call, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to heart the live. If you're on the trade, King Chase trade already. Edna too. I think Edna might have taken the trade too, or is that Ace FX? Ace FX. I don't know if you've taken US30 as well. Let's go back and look at um, look at XAUUSD. So you see XAUUSD is buying by becoming in for this point. If we come in for this point, then I'll wait to see how we if we're going to displace the buyers again and shift. Let's look at this on the line chart. So yeah, we still have this area of supply here sitting pretty. We might see okay here. So here this was where I created the here we had the break of structure here. Okay, so very fair and valid. Um, but yeah, let's see how it eventually holds. So we are 6 minutes away. We're 6 minutes away from we're 6 minutes away from the open of New York session. If you're on the call, let's just go quickly through Forex Factory. I'll be going through Forex Factory from my phone. Okay, so let's just highlight what news they are today. Okay, so today is Canadian election. Today is their federal election. So anything Canada, is a dicey one today. Uh, we see gold also stopping right now. Gold is failing to break these highs, so we might still get 290. If we can break 3 to 90, we might still get that sales from just under 3 to 90. But if we don't break 3 to 90, then we'll see how 3310 holds that supply, and then we go in for the shots rather. Okay, so we just need to get that change in state of delivery at this point here. Okay, so we've gotten one here. We've gotten to the upside here in state of delivery here, but I want to see, sellers take out the buy state of delivery first. Then I would go in for the sells. Okay, US30 is still buying. Okay, if you took the second entry, if you took the second entry, yeah, you're floating in profits. Okay, so we took the second entry from 4200. Okay, okay, so let's see how far it goes. Okay, someone said I can't take the risk. I'm on a small account. Well, if you're using an account like if you're using an account like XNS, if you're using an account like XNS, US30 shouldn't be so heavy. I think it would count it in pips, so that'd be like 15 pips. So 0.01 would most likely on the stop loss do about 1.70 USD if you are taking it from here. If you are taking it from here, not from this point though. I took from 43323. That's okay. That's here. That's a bit too tight. And 4198. Okay, so you added another position, King Chase. It means you added another position. I would fix the streaming issue. I'll fix the streaming issue by tomorrow. I would try and get it all sorted out so that we won't be suffering this lag. Okay. So you see that reversal is coming in now. This is the reversal I'm looking for just before 2:30. So if you're still on the call, the moment I say buy US30, just buy US30. Okay, I'll be adding another position. So I don't know if you'd be able to see my account. 'Kay. We're moving. Okay, so yep, we're getting those cells I was talking about. They're finally coming into the market. Okay. Uh so let me put this here as entry. Okay. So we want to enter from this zone. Let's see. 230. Okay. Okay. Price is literally just it didn't pull back that much. Okay, I'm still watching. Okay. Let's see. Are we going to get that? Okay. So the pullback wasn't that much, but we're still watching. If you made an earlier entry, SL good at 41.6. Yeah, SL is good at 41.6. Let me see. Yeah, since prices have started to move, SL is good at 41.6. Okay, I was really hoping I would get the second entry again. I was really hoping I'll get the security, but price is already flying to 4414. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. Uh if you took that first entry, we're almost at TP. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. 43. 43 40. Come on. Come on. Come on. Six more pips. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. See, I'm in profit, guys. I don't know if you can see my. Okay. So you see, I'm in profit, guys. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's hit that TP. Let's hit that TP. Just a few more pips from TP1. Very few. Just small. Okay, if you I would have said let's break even at this point, but you know, it's a volatile session before it would just come, sweep and then start going back up. So let's just hold our stop losses in place where we've placed them. You can should we adjust the stop loss? Let's see. Should we adjust the stop loss? TP, yeah, TP is at 40. TP is at no. Yeah, you can put your TP at 404112. No, I think 40400 would be a better place to put the TP. Just at 400 there. So you clinch the TP before the sweep off the liquidity. But most times when it gets to this liquidity point, it would just break through it. It wouldn't stop. It would just break through it. So it would, it's doing like, it's gathering some momentum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. King Chase. It is Rion, 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 Rion. It's Rion for a reason. Let's watch and see. Okay. Uh let's go. Let's go. If I get a pullback, if I get a pullback here again, okay. If I get a pullback here, if I get that pullback there again, I might take my long lost entry. So let's see if we can. We've gotten the change here. Let's see if I can get prices pullback here again. I'll take the I'll take my entry, my missed entry, the entry that I missed. So this was where we had the change in state of delivery here, just right here. I had the change of state of delivery here. So let's see if we're going to get prices come back and then push up again. Let's see. Okay. My entry, like I said, my entry is at 40100. That's why you see that my entry was from here. So this was my initial entry. I'll map my initial entry again, just for transparency sake. My initial entry was I'm watching the price rally, and then the entry we made on the call was from here. Okay, so let's watch. Let's see. Mm, okay. Okay, okay, okay. 5 minutes in. What price is going to do? Price is going to break up. Come on, US30. Okay, we're getting that push again. You don't have to force too many entries. If you have an entry that is good already, you don't necessarily have to, go and start forcing entries. I would easily have run into another entry, but risk wise, it's safer to play it this way. Okay, let's go. We're still pushing to the upside. Okay. if you took the trade, you don't necessarily have to have made any serious money. Just, leave the your trade results in my Telegram. Okay, okay, let's go. Come on, break that high. Break that high. You're not coming back for anything. Let's go. Come on. You're not coming back for anything. Just break the high. You're literally seven. You're literally 70 points away from TP1. Just hit TP1. Okay, let's go. Some more momentum there. We're finally gathering that momentum there. Let's look at XAUUSD while this is going to TP because it's going to get to TP. I don't think we should be scared about that. Okay, so see, I told you I don't think gold was going to buy. So we're getting the sales right now on the 1 minute time frame. So, like I said here, that change in state of delivery here from to the upside. Like I said, I want to break these buyers here first. I need us to break these buyers. If I get a clean break of 3 to 90, then I would want to get a return. If I get a clean break of 3 to 90, then I would want to get a return, and then I would sell on the 1 minute, and then I would sell gold all the way back to 3245. This is the only place I would be looking to buy gold from. I'm not interested in buying gold in this zone. It might look so nice, so favorable to buy gold in this zone, but all I can see here is just consolidation. There's no clear structure whatsoever. Instead, you can identify more bearish structure than normal. So I'll be looking to sell gold if I get to break above the supply level and I get that what's the name again, Seth? That change in the state of bullish delivery back into bearish, and I get a 1 minute intention, I would sell. I would sell gold from this level. But if I can get a break here and a return, I'll sell gold. 3247 is my point for gold. The next possible place to buy gold from would have to be 3220. This level here would be the next possible place to sell gold from. If you look at it from a minimized chart in this way, you would notice that there is no use whatsoever for you to be buying gold. I don't know why people are seeing a buy on gold, but for me, I'm not seeing the buy on gold. Okay. And one thing you should also notice is the Asian session somehow brings in the direction for gold this past few days since the whole Trump wherever. Asian session shows you the direction. Where Asian session picks that direction, just know that that's the direction where we're going to keep for the day. Okay, so let's watch and see. See here, we can easily identify if you're doing change of character, smaller time frame intent. Okay, we can identify that there's some sort of change of character here. Or should we take a leap of faith on gold and make the entries from here since we've seen prices fail to break above this high? But then really the state of delivery hasn't really changed for me. This would be where the present state of delivery is for me, and that's why I really want to take a conservative risk for us. So let's look at US30. I feel like we've hit TP on US30. Boom, boom, guys. TP hit on US30. TP hit. We just hit TP1 on US30, guys. King Chase, did you take TP1? Did you take TP1, King Chase? TP1 hit. Okay, so what's next for US30? Let's see. Are we heading higher? Can we get to 44600? Can we get to 4600? Let's see. Okay, King Chase said he took TP1. Let's go. Let's see. Can we get to 4600? Can we get to 4600? We're still flying. 400424. 400424. We just hit TP1. Okay. We just hit TP1, 400424. We're still flying. We're still going up, 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 up. Okay. So let's go to the 3 minutes time frame. Yeah. But I'm kind of in recovery phase at the moment. I took a whole I've been taking a whole lot of losses, and it actually is based off greed. And I'm not even going to lie about that. Greed is one of the emotions you should really be careful of. Yeah, you should we've hit TP1. If you're still holding another position, please break even. Break even if you're still holding another position. So now we're risk free. Okay, so break even. This was a clean. I personally, I'm just going to break even too now. Let's see if we're going to get to TP2. So time presently is 2:44 West African time, and that is about 9:44 a.m. New York time. Okay, so let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. Okay. So we're probably going to get a pullback, and why we're getting the pullback is because we've swept the liquidity above this level here. So a few people usually would ask and say, "Oh, what do you trade? What do you trade?" I'm not going to lie, structure and liquidity. You just need to understand structural liquidity and key levels, and you're good to go. If you can identify where the market is going to, I think I've done a few reels stating this thing. If you can identify where the market is going to, you're as good as knowing what direction you should be in. If you don't know where the market is going to, that's where you get stuck in price. Do you get? When you get stuck in price, you most times wouldn't make whatever kind of profit it is that you're supposed to be making, or you're just going to keep hitting stop loss. Okay, let's look at XAUUSD. Let's go back and look at XAUUSD. Let's look at our second trade for today. Can you see that? Can you take a look? Just look at that. Wonderful. So if we're taking the cells here, we would have been that's like the most important thing. We said we are going to take when we get that what when we get that the failure to create a new higher high at this point here. So we had the sweep here. Let me just mark it from again. So we had that, and we also have this as the new what lower low. So I just need prices to break this lower low. I need a full candle break. Then I need to, drop that liquidity, sweep, execute 329370 to want to execute more sales on gold from that level. All right, Kenny, I see you. Best man, I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. So let's look at US30. Let's look at US30 again. Okay, so US30 slowed down a bit. Looks like it's trying to get that early morning reversal. Most likely, if it does reversal, but if not, it might just keep pumping up. But let's look at another very important tool that I like to use, which is the RSI. Why I like the RSI, it just kind of shows you when there's a break in momentum. Mind you, this is just a sweep here. So even if very much aggressive to the upside, when you look at it on on the 4 hourly time frame too as well, you see that where RSI just is RSI edge to the upside, so we're pushing aggressively to the upside as well. So taking any sales at this point in time, entry for yourself. Even when you go back to your daily time frame and you look at the daily time frame, you see that daily time frame is what is into buyers too as well. One of the beautiful things about being on my life is I will just keep, sharing insights for you guys. Okay. So I already gave the entry on gold. Get that break. If we don't get that break, we are not we are not going to be selling gold unless it goes all the way into that supply again. Okay. So we want to get that break on the 3 minutes time frame. We want to see that break proper, and prices can just start buying from here. You see this place here? We don't want it. So we want to get a proper add one candle. I need another momentum candle to break here. Let's look at the 1 minute and see though. Let's see if we got a break on no. So 1 minute now, we're getting rejections here. Okay, we're getting rejections here. So let's see if we'll get some sort of play. So, but we need to get that huge momentum drop first. We need to get that drop on that momentum first. Okay, we need to get that huge momentum drop. I need to see that if that momentum can even sweep this area for me. If that momentum can break this area here, that would be very good. And then we get that pullback, and then we go in for the sales by 3:30. 3:30, you get that sales. So even if the live should end before then, don't forget three goes back to sweep this highs here. You should be looking for sales at now is bearish. Okay, so let's go back to our US30 and see. Let's go back to our US30 and see. Yep. So US30, like I said, see US30 came back for that pullback, and I'm going to be looking for, like I said, I'm going to be looking for an entry again on US30 when prices do come back to 40,237, and then by 3:30 I'll take another position for buys 950 for TP4 if this point. So thank you guys for joining my live today. I really do appreciate it, and I'm able to make profits from the call and also learn from the call. I'll see you guys in another live session. I'll see probably if we can trade 3 times a week, and then share thoughts, analysis, and enjoy our profits too as well. And as always, it's Ryan for a reason, baby. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.